Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome for the final time of this season. 9 weeks today we've been going, and we're now taking a break. We've come to the end of season 1 of The Day Trader. It's been an amazing journey from 0 subscribers to 1,500. We've had a couple of 120. Oh, hello, a minute. I've got some sound coming through somewhere. Let me just mute that site. There we go. On the very last one, we get a hiccup. That's great. That's the first time we've done that. Never mind. Okay. I guess it's time for a break, right? Okay, so here we go. Let's welcome everybody into the final time. It's been 9 weeks, been a wonderful journey. We've grown our portfolio. You can see it live. Expect it to be a down day, but if in fact it's a great day. A lot to talk about today, a lot to celebrate, and there we go. If it's your very first time tuning into the show, click subscribe and ring the bell. That would be wonderful if you do that, because we're a brand new channel, 9 weeks old today. Hello, Dr. Nathan Smith. You're the very first one in, and it's a big day today. It's the end of season 1 of The Day Trader. The very last show for a few weeks. There's going to be some impromptu shows, but a few surprises. But we're shutting down the studio tonight for refurbishment, and that tonight is the end. This is the end of season 1. It's been 9 weeks, 5 days a week, many hours a day, sitting here talking to you. It's been apologize. Yeah, we've got a. Yes, you're absolutely right. We've got a technical problem here. Let me fix it. Okay, is that better? We should be good now. I apologise for that. Yes, I muted all those channels earlier. I remember doing it now. Are we all good? Is everything good? I hear you now. Fantastic. The last show, and it's all gone wrong. I've had a number of technical issues now since the show began, but there we go. Yeah, I remember now. It was on one particular scene. I had it all muted, but now we are all good. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Well, welcome everybody. Sorry about the stuttery start, but we're up and running now. It's the end of season 1. It's been 9 weeks on The Day Trader, and we end tonight, and then we're taking a break, and then we're going to refurbish the studio and do other things. And I got some very odd comments over there on TikTok, as you usually imagine. Let's make our TikTokers embarrassingly famous. There we go. Let's put them on the YouTube. There you go. There you go, a guy called Marty P921. His comment was, Bible basher. There we go. No apparent reason. That's the sort of stuff you get in TikTok. There you go. Ignore all that. But yeah, no idea what that's all about. But Martin P, I've just put you out to 100,000 people who watch us across 22 platforms. So there you go. Thank you very much for your comment. Appreciate it. Now it's okay. Thank you, Alicia, Patricia. Wonderful. What a great way to finish the season 1. We're up today, and we're up Look, 1.33 today. It's been a good day. Johnson & Johnson down but moving up. Tesla had a great day, 1.34 today. Apple moving up all day. Look at that. Coca-Cola up 1.21. AT&T up 1.06. Disney up 4%. Vanguard up 1.32. Google, look at this. Good day. Christopher Martyn, here he is. I've never seen him on the day trading before. That's just a nice surprise. It's our very last show today of the season 1. It's been 9 weeks today. 9 weeks today, and we are having a break. We're having a break. And my very good friend, Christopher Martyn, wonderful musician and creator of Live Streamer Cafe. And I'll be on Live Streamer Cafe in an hour and 20 minutes from now for the last time. That's been 9 weeks straight as well. Absolutely wonderful. Slow day at work, ha ha. Well, very, very nice. Microsoft up 2.48, fantastic. McDonald's up 1.13. Rolls-Royce up over 4% today. I'm doing well. It's lovely to see you, Christopher. It really, really is. What a nice surprise. Virgin Galactic down 6% today. Big drop today. We're getting ready for that test flight, of course. United Airlines done well today, up 7%. That's brilliant. I'm still down, though, by the way. Builder had a good day, 2.51. Wonderful. Boeing's had a great day, 2.71. A lot of good news today. Lucid Group down. But the big news of the day is, if we go through, you will see, here it comes. Bitcoin is recovering back to 50%. That's why my portfolio is so up today, because Bitcoin's 18% of my portfolio, which is right to be so as well. There we go. This is me looking at you, you looking at me, and wonderful stuff. Right. Since we started on the Day Trader 9 weeks ago, look at what we've achieved. First of all, the portfolio, as you can see, has grown from nothing all the way through, and we're up to $48,000. We're just dipping back in September, but that's expected, as it should be. But look at our channel, the Day Trader. 1,580 subscribers from 0 in 9 weeks. Thanks to all of you. Absolutely great. And we're only 1.5. We're only 1,500 watch hours. You need 4,000 from being monetized in 9 weeks. That doesn't happen on YouTube. Trust me, I've got 4 YouTube channels and I know lots of YouTubers. So I want to thank everyone for that. That's been absolutely incredible. And we've had our first 125,000 view on TikTok yesterday for the Bitcoin video. Incredible. That's only 9 weeks on TikTok as well. Can't believe that. Absolutely amazing. Aha, you just did the Filipino karaoke sounds. Yeah, I did. It's when we have a good day, I do the applause. There you go. And Christopher's talking about sessions. Yeah. Except they do it all the time, right? It's just like constantly, every 5 seconds. Let's do another one. Yeah, constantly. It's like we've got nothing else to do. No, we do it like maybe twice in a show for the winner of the Day Trader and today, because we're celebrating the end of our first season. So there we go. Let's cover some great news today. Rocket Labs, we'll cover we'll cover this in a minute, because I know Dr. Nathan Smith is very interested in this one. But right now we're looking at the overall portfolio, and I want to welcome Kiwis Gar of New Zealand. Good morning from New Zealand. Wonderful to have you here. Yep, now I'm ready to hear a terrible version of Mariah Carey's song. Yep, you can have that as well. We do some music from time to time. We did a birthday this morning. Has everybody smashed the like button? We now average, when we started out, we averaged 5 a day. After the first month, we got up to 10. And then recently, until a few days ago, our average was 15 likes a day. We now average 20 likes a day. So we're on 11 right now. So everyone smash the like button and let's get us to our average again of 20. And it's your very first time here. If you're watching on the replay, please click subscribe and ring the bell. That would be absolutely wonderful. Thank you very, very much indeed. And got some exciting news as well to share with you today about on the Martyn Lucas concert this afternoon, the last ever one of the season. Nine-week season come to an end tonight, and then we take a month break as we refurbish the studio and do some good things. All right, so there we go. As everyone yeah, we've got 12 likes now, just 8 away from our new average of 20. So we'll be there in a minute, I'm sure. Okay, let's run down through some news. What's been happening with Bitcoin, why it's up. There are no plans to ban Bitcoin in the US. We knew that anyway. It's a bit of a joke you even saying that, Mr. Powell, because you can't ban it. China can, because they control servers and they control all kinds of things in the country. America, Europe, Britain doesn't do that. It's a completely different culture. You can't actually ban Bitcoin. It doesn't belong to anyone other than the actual owner of the coin. You can't ban it anyway, but it's nice that you've come out and said you have no plans to ban it. It's quite funny, really, that they're saying that. China, yes, of course, because it physically takes control of stuff. Well, that's not how the West operates. So unless we're suddenly going to become a new China or a Russia, then we're a free nation. Britain, Europe, America, it's all the same. We're all free. So there's going to be no banning of Bitcoin. It's physically impossible. You'd have to literally seize machines and stuff like that, and that would be ridiculous. And that's never going to happen. Never going to happen. So there we go. But they've come out and said it. Made it grabs. Look, here he is. Bill is here. Bill is here. Bill, everybody, if you're into Bitcoin, Bill has some family and friends in Hong Kong with literally millions and millions of dollars in Bitcoin. Unbelievable. And it has been seized by the Chinese government. How about that? So it's lovely to have Bill here. Our friend from New Zealand, we got a new member today. I think he joined, yesterday, but I would like everyone today. We've got a lot of Canadians in today. Bill, you are joined by one of my friends, Christopher Marantet. Let me put him up on the screen. This is Christopher Marantet. He's the creator and my business partner of Live Streamer Cafe. And he's in the house, and he's from Canada. Bill is from Canada, and Bill is a war veteran. And Bill is very highly connected with some seriously large Bitcoin owners. So it's lovely to have you here in the house, Christopher and Bill. There we go. I've got some breaking news as well I want to go over to. Let's have a look. And why Moderna stock is falling. I used to be in Moderna. I saw this coming. It was an overinflated stock. Things like Moderna, obviously, it's trending on the fact of COVID, and COVID's going to be here forever anyway. But it was incredibly overvalued stock, so I made a lot of money with Moderna, and you're still in it. And I sold out my position. Let's see what they have to say about that today. Hang on a minute. Why are we going wrong today? What's going on today? Let me have a look at this. This shouldn't be doing this. Why are we doing this? Hang on a minute. What is going on here today? This should not be muted. Why is that muted? Let me have a look there. Hang on a minute. I apologise. We got a muted video here, and I don't know why it's muted, and I don't know how to unmute it from there. Hang on a minute. Oh, hang on a second.
The question I put out
we got
is
a
that
muted.
COVID vaccine makers down big today on news of Merck's successful trial for a COVID-19 antiviral treatment. Steve Weiss, of course, best identified with that stock, at least on this program. Steve,
there we go. We're all sorted
joining
now.
us now. Are you there?
I'm here.
I'm looking at it right now, down 13%. How are you thinking about all this?
Well, so, full disclosure, I'm on the golf course with one of the largest asset managers in the world, and we're both looking at it and saying, this is absolutely ridiculous. And I reached out to Stefan Boncel. Is there anything I'm not seeing? He goes, no. So here's how I'm looking at it. I bought it 3 times. I bought it down 46, down 51, and down 53. So it's the largest position I've actually ever had. Now, I'm not going to go home with that large, but I will go home with bigger position. So the question that I put out.
What do you think, Dr. Nathan Smith? Just to, for those of you who don't know Dr. Nathan Smith, bit of a celebrity on our show. He's a regular on our show. He's a moderator on our show. He just recently received, or the company he works for recently received a very, very large grant from the government backing something that he's doing. He's a bit of a celebrity on the show. We love when Dr. Nathan Smith comes in, and he'll have a lot of knowledge on this. So I'd like to get his opinion. What do you think about this? Why do you see a big drop here today?
Is that even though Tamiflu is out there, are you still getting a flu vaccine? The answer is, of course you are. So
thank you very much, our friend from New Zealand. There we go. That's a nice comment. Thank you so much indeed. Absolutely wonderful. That's very kind of you. And we got our last ever concert tonight. Not last ever, last of the season tonight. So hopefully you'll join us for the last one. Anyway, let's get back to this story.
The data shows that right now, and it's premature because they're not fully through trials, even though they may suspend efficacy against keeping you in the hospital, keeping you out of the hospital, keeping you from dying. So I'm going to take the 95% surety of not getting COVID rather than getting sick with the vaccine. So the bottom line is that it's just a ridiculous stock that's run quite a bit, up 61% this quarter alone. So I understand there's some nervous hands in there, some paper paws. But I think it's a phenomenal buying opportunity. I actually did a call with the company earlier in the week for about an hour and a half, just going through everything that's in the pipeline, all public information anybody could see. And I just think it's compelling. The story has not changed. Bottom line.
Do me a quick favor. Do me a quick favor, because you sounded a little bit out of breath, no doubt from chasing your golf ball into the woods many times in the early stages of your round.
In this call, yeah.
The actual trades that you made, can you just go through those again a little bit slower for our viewers and the prices, please?
It does seem like it's an opportunity. Shall we just quickly look at Moderna? Because I made some money on Moderna, and to see it drop like that is a surprise. But then, having said that, everything's dropping at the moment. It's a bit of it's just part of the course, right? I'm not concerned about it. Let's have a look. Moderna, look, down 11%. If we go back on its journey, look at this. This is what it's been doing. It's this is its rise to fame, if you like. When COVID hit, it grew and grew and grew and grew, and now it's dropped back quite a bit. So you could argue, because don't forget, COVID's going to be around forever. I mean, the doctor will tell you more about it than me, I'm sure. Are folks feeling more confident about Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson? Are they selling more? You don't hear a lot about Moderna anymore. That's true. And let's aim that question at Dr. Nathan Smith. We literally have an expert in the house on this very subject. So I'm going to let our doctor explain that. What do you think? Looking at it right now, it looks like there is an opportunity to buy. For me, I won't be buying because my buying power is all used up. I have nothing left to buy anyway, but let's have a look. Anytime there is a new development, it will cause a drop in other stocks like Moderna. I feel like it may jump back up if there is an announcement about a booster. You hear a lot about Pfizer boosters. I'm going to just leave this to Dr. Nathan Smith. I feel silly even commenting on it when we have an expert in the house. So ask me about cameras and music and lights and stuff like that and bringing a community together. Yep, I'll answer that one. But ask me about why Moderna has dropped, and I'm going to pass. I'm going to see what our doctor says about that. But I feel like it may jump back up. But then you could draw the conclusion that all month we're seeing everything drop at the moment. I mean, we've seen a whole correction month. Look, I mean, it's not just one company, it's a whole collection of companies. It's an awful month for many companies. So a balanced portfolio covers all of that. I mean, you can see I'm up to date overall with a diverse portfolio. Yeah, the FDA is reviewing the data now, and most likely Moderna will get approved and its booster is coming. So there we go. That's the information directly. What does Christopher say? I feel like it has a lot to do with projected public confidence, and that has a lot to do with how rapidly Pfizer is shelling out announcements. This is something I don't know a lot about at the moment, so I'm not going to comment on it. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is a bit like the Truman Show. You are following my life story on the stock market. We started this back in May, and we're growing and growing and growing all the way through. This was the correction when we had that big correction with Virgin Galactic. And our peak was here in August at 13%. We dropped back through September, and now we're picking up again. This is where I see the market going. I think my portfolio, in fact, I don't think, I'm very, very confident actually. I'd virtually say to the point I know my portfolio will be at 60,000 by the end of this year. I believe Bitcoin will be at 100,000 at the end of this year. So that'll be a big part of that. But I know that I'm going to make about $7,000 with SPCE. I know that's around the corner. That's this one here on our next test flight in the next couple of weeks. I know I'm going to 7 to 8 times profit on my Rolls Royce. So this 1,000 will turn to somewhere in the region of $7,000 or $8,000. I know that. So bringing all those calculations together with the correction and everything that's going on right now, I anticipate being at 60,000 by the end of this year. It could even be higher than that. We will see. For those of you that wasn't here this morning, we had quite a special moment this morning. I don't know if some of you were here. On the day trader this morning, we had a member join us for the first time from Canada, and we did his son's 5th birthday. We tried to include a few little features like that in the show, and this was it this morning. It was pretty cool, and I'm very happy that the family are all watching it. I believe it's your 5th birthday. Your dad, Ace, is live on my show right now. Are going to hear me now sing to you. Happy birthday, Jalen, who's 5 today. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, it was quite a fun moment this morning. That's the youngest birthday we've ever had on the show. There we go. Fantastic. So, we've got a few new members here tonight. I want to get everybody's countries dropped in to the live chat. We've got Alicia. If you could do that for me, because Christopher hasn't met many of you before. I don't think he's met Alicia and Patricia. I know that from Live Stream Cafe and the music. But everybody else, if you could put your countries and cities in the live chat, so Christopher knows who we're talking to today. All right, let's go and look at some more of this news about Moderna.
Yeah, so I bought it down 46 points first. Then it continued to drop. I don't know where it bottomed, but I saw it down 56 at one point. I didn't buy it there. As it started to move up, I bought it at about 53.
Oh, we're talking about Argo blockchain again. That's been a big hot debate on my Twitter account. I've got people telling me he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's talking nonsense. And have you heard my argument, my discussion on Argo blockchain? I will share that with you in a second. I want to see what Christopher Marantep makes of my point on this one.
Down 53 points. I bought it again down about 51 points, roughly. So look, the numbers are the numbers. They'll earn $30 or so this year. The vaccine right now is priced at $18 to $25 per dose. They've agreed to keep that pricing only for the pandemic. As soon as the pandemic is over, and you've seen forecasts that will come through the back end of it, that pricing goes up to standard pricing, and that's $150 to $200 per dose. Additionally, the doses are going to come out at 50 micrograms, which is still be much more potent than Pfizer's. So the profitability is going to be enormous. Then you've got next year, you'll get you'll get phase 3 on their quadrivalent, which will be flu with 90% efficacy versus 40 to 60, RSV, H1N1, and COVID, of course. And in between, you get a birth defect vaccine, so there's no competition on the market, CMV, that's $2 to $5 billion market. So the pipeline has almost doubled year over year, and it takes them a lot shorter period of time because it's technology. It's not putting a dead virus in you or a live virus in you. It's not the J&J. So nothing's changed except the price, which is a severe overreaction because it doesn't impact whether you take a vaccine or not. As I said, so much whether you take a flu vaccine or not. I'm
going to leave it there. I appreciate you stepping away from the tee box and calling in because it's an important story today. Great story.
I appreciate you taking away from the tee box on this particular hole.
Yeah, so thank you. What is it?
Wow, look at that. That does sound quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Very optimistic about Moderna. So there we go. Dr. Nathan Smith was saying that. It's a good one to be in, and it certainly sounds that way looking at that. So what can I say? I would have some money in that, I think, if I had some money on the side, but I don't. It's all currently invested. Argo blockchain. I've been having heated debates about this now for days. And for the benefit of Christopher Marantet will appreciate this discussion because he's the creator of Livestream Cafe. He's a technical guy. He is he builds servers and stuff like that. So he understands how to scale up technology. He understands. I'm not saying he's a miner, but he'll understand the challenges, and I think what I'm about to say he will probably relate to, and I'd be interested to get his point. Let me just zoom out for a minute and show the position here. This is Argo Blockchain. Argo Blockchain IPO'd a few days ago, and Argo Blockchain is a really, really great business. It's the most efficient business for mining Bitcoin. It started in the UK, come to the US, and it's got some serious backers now. People are interested in it. Really, really good. And it's talking to Tesla and Michael Saylor, all the Bitcoin experts, all that stuff. And what the thing with Bitcoin is the only real downside to it is the cost of the electricity. So if you can get cheap or free electricity from hydro, solar, wind, whatever, that's the biggest part of your expenses in running this business. So this particular company is fully carbon negative. They don't use any. They put more back into the system than they take out. Absolutely fantastic, and so on. It's a great business, right? Now, as I said before, I am, for my size of portfolio, very heavily invested in it. I've got 18% of my portfolio in Bitcoin. So clearly I believe in Bitcoin. So that speaks for itself. So obviously I'd be interested in mining because mining is what's going to complete the maximum available amount of Bitcoin. And then it will top out, right, in the next few years. So I believe in Bitcoin mining. I've even done some Bitcoin mining myself. And this particular company is a really good one because it mines in a way that is environmentally friendly. Absolutely brilliant. So when it IPO'd, I bought a share just to have it marked. As you can see on the screen, I've still got one. I bought 10 when it popped, and I made like $5, right? I sold here. I sold here at the top, and then it's been coming down, dropping down, a little bit of a peak today. That's because Bitcoin's up. And I was talking negatively about it, and everyone started attacking me on Twitter. I got into a Twitter war. This guy saying he doesn't know what he's talking about, he's an idiot, yada yada yada. And I want to say right off the bat, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a musician. I'm an expert in that. I know about studios and singing and music and lights. But here you're following my personal journey as I bring a community together and how I see the world, and I'm growing my portfolio, right? So I might not be an expert, but experts get it wrong all the time. Right, that guy there we just heard said that he's no idea why the price has fallen, and he quoted all these numbers of why it shouldn't, but it has. Right, people get it wrong all the time. They bankrupt businesses, they bankrupt banks. So you've got to sometimes look at your own feelings and how you see the world changing. And my biggest argument with Argo Blockchain, even though I love what they're doing, and even though I think they're a great business for them, it's not about them. It's about whether it's a good place to put my money as opposed to putting it somewhere else, right? Okay, if I've got $1,000 to invest, I'm not saying Argo Blockchain is not a great company and does great stuff, but is there somewhere better I could put my $1,000? And right now, the way I see it is this. If Argo Blockchain were on Shark Tank and they said to any of the sharks, give me $1 million for any size of my company, we're really great, we mine Bitcoin, the first thing that any shark would say, okay, what do you do that I can't do? What's your ISP? What do you do that no one else can do? And they would say, well, nothing. We just mine Bitcoin. And anyone who follows Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency knows, go big or go home. The people with the biggest mining farms are the ones who win, because the more hash rate you can have, the more you can compute the mathematical puzzle, if you like. The faster you can do it, the more coin you're going to win. It's as simple as that. And it's just a matter of getting a warehouse and putting more Bitcoin machines at the higher processing power than anyone else is, and then running from renewable energy, and you win. If Elon Musk tomorrow decided to build a Bitcoin farm, he would beat everybody, because he would build the biggest one in the world, have more money than anyone else, and he would beat everybody. So that's why I'm not currently invested in Argo Blockchain, because it does nothing that no one else can do who just has more money. And at the end of the day, when I was saying all this, we were here, and I predicted it would go down, because everyone buys into Bitcoin or Dogecoin or Dinky Donk or Donkey Donk and all that nonsense because they don't understand it and they think it's a get rich scheme. So a lot of people thought, oh, brilliant, I will buy a Bitcoin mining farm. I'll get in on that then, right? They don't understand that the fundamentals as I see it, right? And look what happened. Was I right or was I wrong? It dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped. Now it's coming up because Bitcoin is held on their balance sheet. So when Bitcoin rises, of course, their balance sheet will go up. I get that, and I get it can go up. But what I'm saying is it the right investment for me? Could I put $1,000 in something else and see a better return? And my absolute answer is yes, I can. So I think if Argo Blockchain dropped to $13, I'd buy in. And I've been having it sitting there waiting for that to happen. And that might happen, that might not. I'm not bothered. But at the end of the day, I have never seen a business invested by anybody when they could stand in front of an investor and say, give me money for my business, and we don't do anything else, anything that anyone else doesn't do. And they were going, yeah, but it's a great brand. A brand has nothing to do with Bitcoin mining. No one cares where the Bitcoin comes from. No one goes, oh, I want to invest in Bitcoin that was made by Argo Blockchain. No one. You might go, I want to buy an iPhone. I want to buy a Tesla. I want to buy a this. I want to buy that. But you don't say, I want cryptocurrency mined by a specific company. No one cares. All it is about this company making profits, and this company will make a lot of money for itself, but is it a good investment for me? And I believe no. I believe money is better invest somewhere else at this stage. Let me read the comments. Let's have a look. Solana all the way up. up 16% today. Solana, a lot of the cryptocurrency is up today because, again, there are many people buying in who don't fully understand the whole thing. Bitcoin's going up, which is real security. And so everything goes up because everyone buys in. Remember, the only reason why a share price goes up is because everyone starts buying it. So the demand goes up, so the price goes up. That's the way it is. So it doesn't necessarily mean, AMC went up, right? And no one was going to the cinemas because everyone trended it on Twitter and Reddit. And in fact, some of those guys now have been arrested for manipulation of social media. All right. You are doing fine, Martin. Argo is a long-term hold, especially if Bitcoin hits 100,000. There's a very case in point right there. Our friend from New Zealand is saying, Argo will do well because Bitcoin will go up. Then invest in Bitcoin. Don't cut out the middleman. If you've got $1,000 and when Bitcoin goes up, Argo will do all right. That's like that's like a consequence of something else. Well, isn't it better to actually have the money in the Bitcoin itself? If you've got infinite amount of money and you're only allowed to put $1,000 in each investment, fine. $1,000 in Bitcoin, $1,000 in Tesla, $1,000 in Apple, $1,000 in Argo. But if you're like me and you only have a certain amount of money and you've got to invest it somewhere, then you've got to decide where the best place is. You should double or triple your investment. Yep. On Bitcoin, I will. I don't doubt that for a second. What did Chris say? I don't know enough about cryptocurrency to have a real opinion, but it seems like a super volatile market with a diminishing return on a personal level. I don't see it like that at all. Bitcoin is the currency of the internet. I mean, when the internet was created, we then learned to attach money to it. It wasn't a full digital money. It wasn't an internet money. It was cash in our pockets, and we linked it to a credit card, and you could purchase using a credit card. But it actually wasn't digital money. When you look at me right now, what are you seeing? You're seeing a digital video. When I listen to music, I'm listening to digital content I've downloaded. So there is now digital money. And that's what Bitcoin is, in my opinion. Especially when the startup and ongoing costs of mining. That's what Christopher says. I never understood the mining part of Bitcoin. Agreed. Got Bitcoin as well. Thank you. No, not that Bitcoin doesn't have value on the market. I'm talking about mining it personally. Oh, I see. I mined it personally for a couple of weeks. And basically just covered the cost of running the studio, so it didn't make any money. I had the computers running all day. Obviously, this is a very domestic setup. It's not what they have in Argo, obviously. Just my laptops around the room, 4 laptops. My iPads were doing it as well. I had about 7 devices mining Bitcoin. And it's okay if someone else is paying the electric bill, but if you've got all that running all day long, it basically just it covers the cost. And remember as well, this is another big point for an investor. Again, the biggest point of all, if you think about it. If I was on Shark Tank now saying, give me $1 million for Argo, they would say, well, are you going to mine forever? Are we going to keep mining more? No, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. And once they're done, it's done. So your market's going to come to an end. Well, yeah, it is. Okay, so great. And as it goes on and the mathematical equation gets harder to answer, that's what happens. It gets harder and harder and harder. The last few coin will take the next few years. It gets harder and harder and harder to solve the mathematical equation. So for the last Bitcoin, it'll get more and more expensive and harder to do. So it's a business that has nowhere to go. Now, someone said to me, "Oh, yeah, but the Argo blockchains of the world will be the banks of the future." Yeah, to a degree, but we'll buy all the coin, we'll own all the coin, we'll be the banks. They're not just going to hold it for themselves, are they? They're going to sell it at some point. That's wrong. What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. It's neat for folks who engage in transactions that don't want to be traced, but it's incredibly difficult for common folks to transact with. No, it's not. No, it's not at all. I've got one of these. This is a Ledger. This is the most secure wallet you can buy. So your cryptocurrency can move on a trust wallet online on your phone, and you can send it just like texting it. Text money anywhere in the world. You then can take it offline and put it on a Ledger wallet and bury in your garden if you wanted to. But no, it's very, very easy. In fact, that's why the CEO of what's it called? Twitter. Sorry, I forgot his name now. The CEO of Twitter. Someone could remind me who the CEO of Twitter is now introduced Bitcoin into Twitter transactions. And that's why PayPal are using it, because it's actually for people in third world. It's why El Salvador actually got it. For people that are poor, who don't have access to all kinds of facilities, can transact with Bitcoin. But for me, it's not about spending it anyway. It's an investment. That's it. It's not for spending anyway. It's like gold, but better. It doesn't have the expense of gold. And this thing about being traced, that's part of the FUD. What Christopher's saying there, it's about people who don't want to be traced. That's actually not true at all. And that's I'm glad you brought that up, because if you look on the blockchain, it's the transactions of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You know exactly who has purchased every piece of Bitcoin. And that's the point. If me and you, Christopher, had a fallout and I said, right, I'm going to bribe you, ransomware you, and you got to give me something, or I'm going to tell your wife about something, or whatever. I'm just coming up with some silly example. And I said, give me $1,000. And Christopher says, all right, don't say anything. Keep quiet. I'll give you $1,000. And I bury that $1,000 in the garden. No one knows where that $1,000 is. No one knows Christopher gave it to me. There's no record of it other than his transaction, maybe at his bank when he drew it out. But when he gave me the cash, there's no proof I have that money, right? So if you blackmail or bribe someone or ransomware someone with cash, like people have been for years, then you know that the money it disappears. Whereas on blockchain, we know where the money's going to. In fact, it was shown the other day on the blockchain. All right, I was having a discussion on the George with George. George, the YouTuber, and 90% of the wallets, 90% of the Bitcoin in the last few weeks that was sold when the crash occurred, when El Salvador got the first Bitcoin, we could see that the coin that was sold with brand new wallets, which tells us those people are new people to crypto. Probably a lot of El Salvadorians, if that's the correct term. I apologize if it's not. And the price dropped. A few whales sold some Bitcoin, and then what happened was people freaked, like I did when I first got into it, and the price dropped, and that's what happened. And we know that because it tells us. And when a few months ago, you remember it was on the news, the FBI seized Bitcoin because there was some a ransomware thing going on, some illegal practices going on. They never actually seized the Bitcoin. That's a great headline, but they actually seized the servers because we know where the Bitcoin was held. We know where it went. We know who purchased it. So that's how it works. That's why it's so secure. That's why people like Michael Saylor, people with billions of dollars in Bitcoin, want it to be regulated, want it to become part of mainstream, because we want countries to adopt it. We want banks to adopt it. Wholesale mortgage now. You can now, biggest mortgage company in America, now allow you to buy a house with Bitcoin. Bank of America are now bringing Bitcoin into play. So that is the point. But the wallets are anonymous. That's what Laser Knight FPV says. But if you look at the blockchain, it's not quite as black and white as that. It's not like they're invisible. We know where the coins are going. We can see what's going. We can see who's purchasing it. So I disagree with that comment. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to know that the new wallets were 90% of the sales a few weeks ago. So to some extent there is a tracing, but why do you think ransomware companies all use crypto? It's infinitely more difficult to trace than online banking. I deal with companies with this all the time. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's a headline saying that the FBI sees Bitcoin, they seize the servers, and you know, I listen to Michael Saylor all the time, and he repeats this over and over again. Bitcoin is the most secure asset of all time. It's all written down in the ledger on the blockchain. I'm not saying it's straightforward. Obviously I'm simplifying it, but what I'm saying is it's not this thing where it can all disappear in a minute and it doesn't really exist and it's all a joke, and it's not at all. Exactly, the endpoints are all anonymous. Well, that's not how I see it. If you'd like to explain that to me and educate me, I'd like to understand that. But from what I understand, that's not how I see it. If I'm wrong, please correct me, and I'll adjust just what I'm saying. But that's how I see it from what I've read and what I understand. And that's why I feel extremely confident of my Bitcoin sitting there at 42% up, $2,600 return, $785 up, and nearly $9,000 now. We're nearly back up where we started from. This is started from nearly back up to the peak of apologies, I only see it from the technical side, how the data flows, etc. No, not at all, Chris. That's what this community is about, and I keep saying it over and over again. I am not a financial advisor. I am an entertainer, right? I don't give financial advice. What I do is I've invested my savings, what I've earned with music on the stock market, because I now have no mortgage, no car loan, and I'm saving for the future, and I'm learning, and I've grown my portfolio from zero, started here in May, up to here, $48,000 from all of you, from learning from you. And if I'm wrong, someone tell me I'm wrong. But, you know, people were telling me all day long that I was wrong these first few days on Argo blockchain. And I'll tell you the people that were telling me as well, people that invested in it. And that's my big argument on YouTube. I followed, and I do follow all the biggest YouTubers, people like Graham Stepan, Andre Czech, BitBoy, and so on and so forth. And they all do one thing. George does it as well. They all do one thing that I will not do. They have millions of subscribers, not all of them, 1 million or 1.5 million or 800,000, whatever. And they manipulate the market without even maybe always intending to, but it doesn't surprise me that they must know that. They've got a lot of people that don't understand what's going on, follow these guys because they must know what they're talking about because they have 1 million subscribers, and you can actually see shares rocket up. I've watched it happen when you've got 1 million people, 1 million subscribers watching a show, and BitBoy says we're doing this today, and they all buy in as these guys have already set their sales to sell out and they make a lot of profit. I've seen that time and time again, and if anybody wants to challenge me on that, I'd love to discuss that. But you know, it's that's what the market is. People only make money when someone else loses money. But as I've said, and I'll keep saying to the end of time, this YouTube channel was formed for a community to bring people together, for me to share my story, for people to know it's honest, real, and genuine. And if I'm wrong or my opinions are wrong, tell me and I'll learn and adjust it. But I'm not here to manipulate or get you to buy anything or control the market in any way. And we're gaining 20 subscribers a day at the moment. So at the rate we're going, we could be one of those 1 million subscriber channels in a couple of years. Hey, it's Dodge. Dodge Nitro Jude is here. Yes, social media can make or break you. So you own due diligence. Yes, absolutely. Don't follow me. Don't copy me. In fact, we said this the other day because someone said, well, why don't I just follow what you're doing? Look, I will use your portfolio and I will make what you're making. And no, you won't, because you'll time the market differently. You will feel differently. You will have a different emotion, so you'll react differently to things. So you won't, even if you bought the same, even if you bought the same stocks as me, you wouldn't have the same outcome. And I've made mistakes live on the show. We had GSAT the other day. We thought it was going to explode. We thought it was going to be the chip in the new iPhone 13. And Kenneth Brunk, our technical analysis guy, believed it was as well. And we all bought in. And I hadn't taken the time to get comfortable with it. I hadn't taken the time to learn it. So imagine, if I'm following me. And I bought in, freaked out because it started to drop. I sold, I bought back in, I sold. I was all over the place. That was about 2 weeks ago. That was terrible the way I behaved, and I lost money that day. I literally killed off about $1,000 over those 2 days, and I was quite upset about it. But actually, I looked at it as a lesson. You need to do your own research and you need to understand it. And just because someone says it's great, and that isn't saying it wasn't great, I wasn't ready to invest because I wasn't prepared for what was around the corner, so I reacted badly. That's why you should do your own research. And Kiwis, how do I pronounce that? Kiwizga, is that right? Kiwizga of New Zealand, Kiwizga, said, do your own due diligence. Dodge, how are you, Dodge? We got some new people in today. We got our celebrity doctor, Dr. Nathan Smith. We've got our creator of Livestream Cafe, a very, very clever coder, creator. He'll always put himself down, but he's brilliant. He's my mate. He's Christopher Marantet. He's actually my business partner in LSC, Livestream Cafe, and he's actually the guy who wrote it. And it is underused right now, but Christopher wrote the code for a platform which could, with the right timing, and that's why I'm building up my channel to be able to influence that channel, could be, as great as any music platform, like the musical version of Facebook or the musical version of YouTube. It's absolutely fantastic. Just need my channel to grow so I can actually bring people to it, and that's part of my master plan. I still need some explanation of the liquidity of the portfolio. It doesn't actually mean anything until it's liquid, correct? So you're just banking on when you eventually will... Right, okay. So I started off with $5,000, Christopher. And what I've been doing is I've been making profit along the way to grow my portfolio. And I've been taking money out along the way. I'm now working on profits, okay, which is really, really good, right? And what I've been doing is when I felt that it was the right time, I made a profit on something. This is why you need to watch the show regularly. You'll see me do it. There's not a lot going on today because it's Friday and it's a dead day, right? But and it's September. It's a correctional month. Everything is dropping, right? I've been buying dips. I had Amazon. I sold Amazon. This is my Amazon position right now. I've got $800 in it. I had a couple of thousand at one point. I made a profit. I then bought back at a dip. So this is virtually like free shares now. This is free money right now. So even though my portfolio is only up 6% as opposed to 0.5% if this money was in the bank. So by now I would have nothing in the bank, right? This is up 6%. It's literally money in waiting. It was at 13% here back in August. And I've no doubt about it. And you can watch it. You can see it. If you come watch this in a month from now, this is going to be up to 50, 60,000. Now, what I do then is I take profits and I buy other opportunities to grow that money. I put money into dividend stocks. I now get a few bucks, only a few bucks, only a handful of dollars a week from my dividend stocks. And the idea is I am slowly going to grow this over the next 18 months to $200,000. That's the plan, and that's what I'm on. I'm ahead of target actually to do that, and move then into dividend stocks. So I will then have about $1,000 a month paid to me as a wage, if you like. Think of it like that, as a wage. Without selling any of my stocks, the value will still go up. My income's coming in. $1,000 a month to me is $1 million because I've got no mortgage, no car loan. $1,000 a month, free money. I've still got my shares. When I get to 80 years of age, somewhere around there, or earlier, if my health started to fail, I would then sell all my stocks at a good time, and I would have all that money to spend and do what I want with. But so yeah, you're absolutely right. The money that's in there right now, I could sell that all right now for $48,000 right now, which would be a profit. Would be a profit of $2,745 right now. There we go. That'd be not bad, but that'd be silly because I don't need this money. I've got the bills paid for 6 months. I'm ahead of schedule, so this is money I can leave. And this portfolio was built on the premise that if I slept for 6 months, I would be up 10%. So a lot more than it was in the bank without doing anything. But if I watch it and trade with it, not gamble, not play, invest with it. And there you go. Right, Dr. Nathan Smith is up 2.27. Every day, Christopher, we have a competition to see who wins the day. And so everyone, share with me your score. We've got 3 minutes to go. I am up 1.2. Dr. Nathan Smith is up 2.27. What about everybody else? What did Chris say to that? And yes, for everyone else in the channel, I'm incredibly stupid about. Mate, you're smarter than I am, mate. Right? I'm brand new to this. I started it, 5 months ago. How long did it take from 5,000 to 48? The time I've had this portfolio. This portfolio has only been running now for, we started in May. So I've had a very, we got all the regulars coming in now right at the end. This is our last day trader of season 1. It's the last day trader of season 1. We're taking a break now, and we're going to have the after show party in a minute. We're going to drink a few beers, and then we're done. We're back in November. We'll be live on Livestream Cafe on YouTube and 20 other places in half an hour for the last show of the season. All right, and then we're back in November, refurbishing the studio and taking a break. So thank you very much, Laser Knight. So, I mean, you can say all day long, I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's fine. I don't. This is why this channel has grown from 0 to 1,500 subscribers in just 9 weeks, because it's real. We're not manipulating anything. You can see on the channel right there, we gain 20 subscribers a day. We average 20. Can everyone smash the like button? We've got 14 likes. We're a bit down today. I want to finish the last show of the season at least on the average of 20. Can everyone smash the like button, please? Because what's going on? We haven't got 20 likes. There we go. Smash it. We've got 14 now. Come on, everybody. We've got more than that in the chat. Jalpal is here, so it'll be repeated until then, like TVC. Yes. This is the end of season 1. 15 likes. 16 likes. There we go. Nearly there. Laser Knight FPV. Thanks for being here. We've got an army of people over on TikTok as always. And one final time, everyone on TikTok, 90% are scrolling through looking for naked ladies. All I can provide naked is my head. There it is. A naked head for you. You've got 2 minutes to join Real Traders. Be part of the family, part of the story. Is this Radio 1? Just got someone ask me, is this Radio 1? Give us some info on... is it Saitama? I know nothing about that. I'm sorry. 17 likes. There we go. We're nearly there. James Dowling, your favourite crypto. And I'll like. Your favourite crypto, James. That's easy. The only one I invest in. Bitcoin. Solid. Reliable. the golden asset of the 21st century. That's why I have a position here. It's why, and remember, to trade successfully, to make money, and you need to be calm, relaxed, happy, stress-free, and make educated decisions. You need to be stable. You need to be secure. This Bitcoin, Christopher was saying, is very volatile. Let me tell you something. It's the most successful, most secure part of my portfolio. That's a fact. And if you look at it, I've got some very secure stocks. Amazon, Johnson & Johnson, Tesla, Facebook, Apple, Coke, all these things here, Google. But the one that returns the most, the one that is least volatile over its entire size, without any question or doubt, is Bitcoin. Look how much money I've made, 42%. I've got $8,500 in it. It's 18% of my portfolio. Need I say more? 18 likes now, fantastic. When will the refurb finish? November, the first week in November. It's basically a month. The first week in November, I'll be back. And if you've rung the bell and subscribed, you will see me out and about on location, trying to keep up with it. I might be on the back of a boat or up a mountain or in a hole in the ground. But I'm going to surprise you from time to time, because I've got to keep an eye on my stocks, obviously. But I won't be able to present a show like this. It won't be possible, because the studio needs to be rebuilt, needs a deep clean, it needs cablings replaced, and I need a break. I need a break. It's been 9 weeks. It's been like 6 hours a day, because I've been doing like research, 2-hour shows twice a day, 5 days a week. And I'm tired. I am really, really tired. And I need to catch up on the studio and do all kinds of other things too. But I'll be back for Series 2. But I hope you'll keep in touch with me. So we've come to the end of the show. We've come to the end of Series 1. I'll be wandering around aimlessly. I want to thank everyone for this. Seriously, I'll be live in 29 minutes from now on YouTube, Livestream Cafe, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, everywhere. But I want to say a huge thank you, because even though my portfolio has made all this money, it's nothing in comparison to the community that we've built. I can't believe that all of you and many more that aren't here today, 19 likes now, we nearly did it. One more like and we got the average. The average is only now is 20. It's been 15 for the last the first 6 weeks, and the last couple of weeks it's now 20 on average. So it's really going up great. But the biggest reward I have had is the fact that you guys joined me. 20 likes, we did it. You join me every single day, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, every day. And we have grown this platform. Can you believe it? Christopher, I mean, seriously, Christopher has a YouTube channel. Christopher, can you believe, look, in 9 weeks from 0 to 1,580 subscribers. And it's because, and people are telling me, and some big YouTubers have contacted me and they said, Martyn, it's because what you're doing is honest, real, and you're building a family. You're not an expert in Bitcoin, and you don't need to be. You're an expert in life and what you're doing. That's what people are telling me. And the success of this channel is you, not me. Without you watching, this wouldn't have happened. And yesterday, we got our first, I think I can show you it. I'm going to show you it. Yes, I am. Where is it? Look at this. Look at this, everybody. You did this. Here we go. Can you see on my TikTok channel? Can you see just there? This one, this one here. There's one right at the top right-hand corner. 125,000 views. 125,000 views. This one here. There we go. Look at that. And that is all because of you. We've got now nearly 6,000 followers. Look at that, look. 6,000 followers in just 9 weeks. Absolutely phenomenal. So there we go. And I am the happiest man in the world that I can sit here every day, talk to you, grow my portfolio, make friends, support people. We've watched Bill, a retired veteran, come on here, who served in the military, ask me, what should I do with my savings? And he bought, and I said, don't listen to me, Bill, but he didn't listen to me. He bought Virgin Galactic. He's making money. He's down a little bit at the moment, though, as we all are with Virgin, but that's fine. We're just preparing for the next test flight. And we've met Dr. Nathan Smith. We've met such wonderful people. Alicia and Patricia from Italy, they don't even invest. And they join us 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, every day. I'm a millionaire, and all I have in the bank is $48,000, but I'm a millionaire because of you guys. Thank you ever so much for being part of Series 1, Season 1. This was the last Day Trader. We're taking a break for a month. We're going to redo the studio. We're going to have a break, but I will be popping up on my phone doing stuff, so keep in touch with me. But I'm now going to get ready for the final drive home show of the season as well. Okay, so I'm going to go to the studio over here. You know all about it by now. Have a few beers, let's get drunk, and let's have a great time. Normally I join at 2 p.m. Just saw you on TikTok and moved over to YouTube. Jalpa, thank you ever so much for being part of it. Thank you ever so much, everybody. That's it. End of Series 1. Thank you ever so much, everybody. I'm tired. I'm bloody exhausted. But we did it. We grew it, and we'll be back in November. I will be back with little phone things, but that's not quite the same, right? That's it for a great Season 1. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you back in 20 minutes for the final day drive home show. Until then, that was for Christopher. There you go. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves and each other.